As we all continue to process what happened on campus Monday night, Pine Rest is teaming up with the university at Michigan State to provide free counseling services to those who need it.
Susan Shaw talked to someone from the mental health group about those efforts.
Joining me right now is Scott Halstead, Vice President of Outpatient and Recovery Services at Pine Rest. Thank you for joining us today.
You bet. Thanks for having me.
Well, tell us a little bit more about what services Pine Rest is offering to help those impacted by that mass shooting at MSU on Monday night.
Yeah. Thanks for asking that question. So on Monday, after we heard from the Dean of the Medical School, Dr. Aaron Sousa, for help really with response to this shooting, what we did is we put together a team of about 20 therapists and staff trained to manage crises. These are our crisis response team that we have. So they're standing by to provide virtual counseling sessions for staff, faculty, medical students, anybody at MSU who might have been impacted by this.
Right, and what a huge impact. These services are no charge for students or MSU staff members. How did this come about?
That's correct. Well, we have a long relationship with MSU. We have been working with them in training, education, and research for many years. So this is something that our team wanted to do. We also do have an arrangement with MSU to provide services like this to students in the Grand Rapids area. So that's a part of a long relationship with MSU as well.
So what do people need to do in order to set up a time for any of these counseling services?
Yep, all they need to do is call 616-559-5895, and somebody will get their information and set up a time that's convenient for them. We don't really have a deadline for this. We recognize that for some people, they'll be chewing on this for a while, and they will, maybe it's not today or tomorrow, maybe it's next week that they want to call. That number will be available for them.
Of course, we'll have more information at woodtv.com for people seeking information on that. Now, what would you say to people who have been impacted by this tragedy? They're not sure if they need professional help just yet.
Yep. So there really are three domains people should be paying attention to. They might be thinking about physical symptoms like fatigue, could be chest pain, could be headaches. And they're not just, they're things that get in the way, they disrupt their functioning. We think about also emotional symptoms like grief, anxiety, sadness, anger. Those are all things that are common when people have been exposed to a traumatic event. And then behavioral symptoms as well. So this could be problems sleeping is very common. It could be you can't focus or pay attention at work or school. Sometimes people will drink or use drugs as a coping mechanism. And so if those are things that are going on for you or somebody that you know, really it's important to call or encourage your loved one or friend, family member to call.
I would imagine it's difficult sometimes to pinpoint some of the emotions that are coming out based on what's happened, and it's probably very important to pay attention to those signs that you might not notice or attribute to that traumatic situation.
Yeah, that is a really good point. And, these are complicated times. There's a lot of things going on in the world. And I think, most people will hear this and be troubled by it, but it's really when these signs start to disrupt your day-to-day function, where you just can't get it out of your head and you're not sleeping and you're not able to sort of function normally during the day. It's really the time to give us a call.
What other advice do you have for those impacted or their loved ones on how to get through this?
Talk about it. It's the unexpressed feelings that are the things that are most likely to build up. So talk to your colleagues, talk to your fellow students, your friends, your family members. That just helps you process. So don't keep it to yourself. Talk through it, and that can be really helpful.
Okay, Doctor, thank you so much. We appreciate your insight into this subject. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.